Hey guys, Tracy here with Summer Pick Farms. What is going on? Well, I know it's been a little bit since I've done a video. It's been a little cold here. I'm pretty sure the rest of you guys around the United States have figured that out pretty much. Luckily, we have been cold, but we have not had any, knock on wood, any type of ice storms or anything like that. It's been to our neighbors to the south, which is bad for them because they're not used to that type of weather. But it's good for us because now we can get our growing season started a little bit earlier. If you guys are here for the first time, my name is Tracy, a place called Summer Pick Farms here in Northeast Kansas, Zone 6A, 6A, 6B. I'm right on the line there. We grow predominantly vegetables for market gardening and weekly bag sales, as long as microgreens. And this year, we are going to add eggs. Yes, not jumping on the bandwagon. We've been wanting to do chickens and eggs for the last 4 years here on the farm, but I keep putting it off because I'm trying to get tunnels purchased, tunnels built, get the farm established and everything like that. So this year we decided we've got a neighbor down the road that grows chickens, that raises chickens and does eggs. He is actually laying, he's actually incubating 100 eggs for us as we speak. So hopefully if we get at least 40 or 50 of those to hatch, and if we can get 25 to 30 hens, that would be awesome. And then so if you guys stick around with us on our channel, we're going to build some type of hoop coop or some type of chickshaw or some type. I even thought about taking this high tunnel here and converting it over to a chicken high tunnel, but we do need the growing room this season. So what we are doing is we are getting these prepped and ready to put beds in. And if you guys remember, by watching the videos last fall, we built this as our new propagation tunnel, and with the idea of that we were going to sell starts and stuff this year going in. Me and my wife has since kind of axed that idea, thinking, you know, we don't really have time to grow another 4,000 or 5,000 starts on top of what we grow already, and then get the supplies bought to sell them for $3-4 a piece. You're just really not making a whole lot of money doing that. So we decided to cancel that and turn this tunnel into a growing tunnel. So what we're going to use this, if you guys are unfamiliar, we built this. This is a Bootstrap Farmer DIY kit that we built. We did have a 20 by 65 DIY tunnel in the front yard. I would suggest you go back and watch some of our earlier videos a year or 2 years ago. You guys can kind of get caught up on how this farm thing has kind of evolved to where it is right now. We took it apart, repurposed some of the hoops and all the plastic, and built this 14 by 32 smaller high tunnel, like I said, to make into a propagation. But we decided against that idea, so we're just going to put 3 30-foot beds in here. And what we are going to use this for is we're going to use this to put our lettuces in, maybe some kale, some salad mix, stuff like that in this smaller tunnel. Once we put the shade cloth on top of here, this will shade this out. And yes, our 20 by 100 tunnels beside it. So hopefully that will shade a little bit of sun in here and keep these things growing. We have a hard time keeping lettuces and brassicas and stuff growing in the summer here because of our intense heat. So hopefully with a little bit of fans in here, a little bit of airflow and some shade cloth, we'll be able to provide salad mix and stuff going into the summer. But you guys didn't come here to hear me talk about that. You guys did see me till this. I am not a no-till guy. I'm not a till guy. Do what makes it right to get your job done the first time quickly and cheap. The tiller is a tool just like a rake or a seeder or a hoe. So you need to utilize the tools that you do have at your disposal to get your job done. Now, a lot of people may get on me on the comments about, well, why didn't you just put cardboard down and wet it down and put your compost on top of it and do that because that's great for the microorganism. I understand all that. And yes, in a perfect world, you would try not to till, but as market gardeners, to break new ground that is compacted, you have to do some type of tillage or some type of broad forking. You guys do know I do not have a broad fork. I do not see the sense in spending $300, $400, $500 in buying one or even building one when you can just use a potato fork and do the same thing. I will use that as a broad fork tool, but to lay out new beds, I prefer to get the tiller out to till this soil together. If you guys go back a year or two, I did have compost piles right here. So I had a big manure pile, I had a chicken waste pile, I had leaf compost, mold compost, and then I had some good compost that we did made. So when I moved those piles, all that compost got rototilled into the ground here about 3 years ago. And then from that point on, I just mowed over it. So what we did is, if you notice with that rototiller, you can see in here, we do have some good black top dirt. Plus we've got all that compost and stuff mixed into that soil. So tilling that is going to incorporate all the micronutrients that we do have from that into it. And yes, you may kill a couple worms, or you may dispose, or you may disturb the soil. It's a one-time deal here, guys. I only till one time predominantly to get this where I need it to get to. I then will use the rake to kind of rake out some of the big clumps of grass. Even though it is dead, yes, I could go through this with a flame weeder. I could do all that, a little bit, a half hour of manual labor. I can get this stuff cleaned up. We are going to get this leveled off, stringed out. We're going to put 3 32-foot beds in here. We're going to put wood chip walkways, and we're going to get this thing ready to plant. So stick around and check it out.